I used to believe that love, once given, would grow. That if I said yes with a sincere heart, the rest would take care of itself. But now, I know better. Now, I know that some yes are beautiful beginnings, and some are quiet steps into a heartbreak we never saw coming. Let me tell you what happened. It was a bright spring afternoon. I had been invited to my cousin Hannah's wedding. The hall was filled with color, music, and smiling faces. People were laughing, dancing, eating together like one big family. I didn't expect to meet anyone that day. I came just to enjoy the celebration. But then I saw him. He stood alone near the back of the room. He wasn't dancing or talking or smiling, just standing, watching. He was tall, neatly dressed, not movie star handsome, but there was something about his eyes calm and distant, like a man who had seen too much. And for some reason, he kept looking at me. I smiled once, politely, but he didn't come closer. He didn't speak. He just watched. 2 days later, a message appeared on my phone. "Hi, I saw you at the wedding. You looked beautiful. Can we talk?" I paused, then replied, "Who is this?" "I'm the man from the wedding." He introduced himself as Rael. I didn't remember hearing his name that day, but I remembered the way he looked at me, quiet, steady. We started texting. Slowly at first. He was respectful, careful. He used words like "if you're comfortable," "only if you want." He said, "You have a calm soul. It's rare. I'd like to get to know you." I had never received attention like that. Not loud, not pushy, just soft, patient attention. And then on the third day, he said something I couldn't ignore. "I want to marry you. I see you as the mother of my children." I laughed out loud. "It felt unreal," I replied. "We barely know each other." But he said something I still remember clearly. "When you know, you just know. I don't want to waste time. You're the one." His confidence confused me, but also it warmed me. No one had ever spoken to me that way. No one had ever chosen me so quickly, so clearly, and against my usual careful nature. I said yes. Our wedding was fast and simple. Only close family came. He wore a navy suit, and I wore a white dress my mother helped me find in one afternoon. He smiled at me with such peace, I thought. This is it. This is what love feels like. And for the first month, I was right. Rael was attentive, gentle. He brought me tea before I woke up. He told me I was beautiful even when I wore old clothes at home. He didn't like public affection, but in private, he held me like I was his favorite memory. Then it changed. The shift was quiet, subtle. One night I saw him texting. He smiled at the screen softly, like the smile he used to give me. "Who's that?" I asked, laughing. "Just a friend," he replied, a little too fast. Then he put his phone face down. I didn't say more. I wanted to trust. I told myself not to overthink. But over the weeks, he grew distant. He stayed longer at work. He stopped making tea, stopped noticing my face, stopped talking about the future. I became invisible in my own home. Still, I waited, because by then, we had a baby on the way. two. A boy and a girl, my light, my reason. I told myself, he's just stressed. It's the children, the bills, the responsibility. I told myself things would go back to how they were, but they didn't. Years passed, and his eyes no longer saw me. He always had excuses. Busy, tired, not now, maybe later. He never let me touch his phone, and somewhere deep inside me I knew, but I stayed silent until one night he left his phone on the kitchen table, unlocked. He had stepped out to get something from the car, and I, with trembling hands, opened the messages. What I saw didn't just hurt, it unraveled me. There she was, a woman from our village, not younger, not prettier, but familiar. And there he was, calling her, my love, my home, my everything. He had never said those words to me. He sent her pictures, bought her gifts, took her kids to the park, wrote poems. He didn't even write shopping lists for me. I stared at the phone. I felt cold. My throat closed. My hands shook. My heart broke. When he came back, I showed him. I asked one question through tears. Why? He said, I'm sorry, it was a mistake. But it wasn't. It was a choice. Repeated, hidden, deliberate, he begged. Please, for the children, please forgive me. It won't happen again. I left, took the kids, stayed with my parents. I didn't speak. For days, weeks, I felt empty, like someone had scooped out everything inside me and left me walking around with a hollow heart. Eventually, my parents asked, and I told them part of the truth. They said, you have children, please forgive him. He's still their father. And he came, again, with gifts, with tears, with more words. And for the second time, I said yes, but it was a different kind of yes. Not the kind full of hope, but the kind whispered from exhaustion, from pressure, from fear. We lived together again, but I didn't love him anymore. I couldn't even look at him without remembering everything. 2 months passed. Then the messages started again. Same woman, same lies, same pain. This time, I didn't cry. I just watched from the window as he drove off to meet her. When he came home, I told him quietly, I'm not your wife anymore. I'm just someone surviving next to you. I left for real. No more yes, no more maybe. I moved abroad. I worked. Left the children with my parents because I wanted to build a future I could bring them into with pride. I'm not bitter, but I'm not the same. Now, when people ask about love, I say, sometimes loving yourself means saying no, even when your heart wants to say yes, because not all promises are sacred. Not all husbands are heroes, and not every woman who walks away is weak. To all English learners out there who have ever felt betrayed or invisible, this story is not just for learning, it's for healing. You deserve to be heard. You deserve to be chosen.